Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, the final match, first week, season 73. And we are following our usual pattern around here, which is becoming a bit of a tradition where we go 1 and 2 during the first week. Now, some of that I think is kind of understandable. We usually go 5 and 4, meaning we finish strong, so we're climbing up throughout Kyber during the season, and that puts us up against some pretty tough opponents to start the next season. Also, we have new Datacrons causing a little fog of war. And up against my opponent last round, we do see some of that. We saw it in the first round battles as well. But what he did was he was using the new crons much better even than the first round opponent, who we did clear. More of my counters worked. I was finding a number of my counters just not being as functional up against this opponent. And that has prompted me to remove SLKR from defense, where he wasn't doing anything. I should have done it last round anyway. I talked about it, I thought about it, I knew I shouldn't have done it because it's not really effective as a 3v3 defensive team once players are prepared for it, and this season they are. That would have given me the counter I needed to clear this guy. Now, that wouldn't have altered the match. This guy was very efficient. We only got one hold up in this back territory here with Tarkin. Everything else was one shot, and I needed to have a pretty much perfect run in order to beat Chewie here. Our final look at the bracket. My opponent is Mercury, 13.5 million GP accounts, about 300k more than me. Not much, we're pretty even. Zetas, we're looking at 375 where I have an advantage. I've got an advantage of 5 on Amis. We're pretty close there, but he only has 8 GLs, and I have all of them. So that is another place where we have a meaningful advantage. Relic units, he's at 294. He has more than me. And we see that in the tier totals at 1741, which put him third in the bracket in terms of his relic tiers. Most of them, though, are at tier 5, where we don't really need to worry about them. And at tier 7, 8, and 9, we're much more even, and arguably I might have a small advantage. Well, he has the advantage at tier 8, I have the advantage at tier 9 and tier 7. We're pretty even. 6-stop mods, he's less than me at 623. His average, though, is higher. Only on the top 25. On the top 500, he is slower. We kind of see that in the counts. He has 2 more 25 pluses, and then 20 pluses, and the 15 plus. I'm just completely trouncing him. With Datacrons, we're seeing meaningless participation, very weak crons. That should be a pretty strong strength. He's without the most recent GLs with Pirate Hondo and Ahsoka. And then the modding here, pretty weak. You can see I have advantages on almost every GL. He's beating me by 1 with SLKR. He's beating me on Sith Eternal Emperor. And JMK, but I'm beating him on the rest. Looking at the Ami section, we're just seeing more bad modding, like a 221 Melgus, 221 Iden, Starkiller at 247. This is some slow stuff. He's got a single Ami on Melgus, no Iden, not that that is critical. Triple Starkiller, we're looking at a triple on Afra. He's got most of these other ones. He's got triple on Swallow. Both his Afra and Swallows are a little slow, but these triples means some of these characters coming up are probably going to be without. We got a double Bane, we got Krex, triple Malicos, we got Drogon, triple Bo-Katan, triple Bane. Did I say Bane earlier? I misspoke earlier, don't know on who. We got Jar Jar Cadme, we got Luthen without any, Jocasta with only 1. Nothing on the Fugitives, triple Exile, and triples on Balin and onto Dre here. And then we're seeing nothing on Night Trooper or Zelbar. So it looks like a lot of his conquest characters, he has placed all the Amis. For the most part, there's a couple that didn't have it with Jocasta, Luthen, and Swallow? Whoever else it was. But then the rest of the characters are missing Amis. And then no mods on Cat? Okay. Alright, let's move on. Now looking at the quality of his modding, we're looking for the range of Maul. Because I need to move this camera because I'm like crouching over weird. Alright. That I don't like this new thing messing up how I want to do this. Ooh, his mall's at 303. And he's at 33 characters. First Order Officer is his final 300 speed character. We've seen lower, we've seen like weaker modded rosters, but this is a pretty weak one. And I'm at like 66, 67 characters. We got characters like Armor, Dash, BB-8, the characters that don't need to be as fast as they are. It looks like Cat had mods during lock-in. So they were removed since, so that's not going to be a problem. But you can see a number of these characters that are much slower than what would be optimal these days. So I should be able to handle this opponent. We just got to make sure we don't make any mistakes. Now, the only change I made was to here, I put Boba Fett in the SOKR slot with the Boba Fett Kron. It's been pretty good. I've used it on offense. I've faced it in the first round match, and I'm pretty sure I lost. Yeah, I did lose against it in the first round match just because you gotta kind of feeling out what you need to beat it. Next week was going to be a whole lot easier. We'll click through the rest of these, and then we'll get started. But I don't believe we're gonna have to worry about Krons too much this match. And that is what has been set on defense. Let's take a look at theirs. We got Jabba and Rey with Barriss, Rey Kron, and then we're looking at Mon Mothma, Third Sister, and we have Raddus with the Raddus Kron. Down below we have more GLs in JMK and Lord Vader, and then Great Mother, SLKR, and we have Star Killer. Okay, and JMK has Exile, which I don't think I've seen before. I think I've looked at that in the data. It does work well. We're going to have to be careful with it. But Exile works everywhere, so I never went with this, but this does get holds. I think we're going to begin with Lord Vader, and this time we're not going to make the dumb mistake. And let's see here. We got Rebels, Drogon, R2-D2, and let's grab a light side Kron of what? We have support, stun, speed up, offense up, inflict, expose. We could take it, or we could just grab what? God, these are just such terrible. Extra turn meter? I hate them all. Let's do the support one. Yeah, so the mistake I keep making, and hopefully I will never make it again, is I keep forgetting that the APO restriction doesn't work with Galactic Legends, and I need to be taking APO out. Okay, my audio level's looking good. Let's stealth, get the attacks focused in the right spot. I gotta fix the camera. Alright. Do I want to put... I'm gonna do this because we get stacking mastery, and then we'll hit Apo. What, you don't want to listen to what I'm expecting? Like, my expectation is that we eliminate Apo. I guess the protection up was just too much. I can't target him yet. We do have ambush there. Pulling away. Okay. Now we're getting dazed, which isn't great, but come on. Boom. Okay, now we can target CX2. Okay, and good. Let's throw the attacks over onto our tank. Yeah, we'll throw the ambush down. I need to get better mods onto my R2. I have a not well modded. I have a fast R2. Because what I had done with R2 was he became the dumping ground back when there wasn't really a use for R2. Where any of my fast mods that had bad secondaries or had flat secondaries, didn't have percentages, I just throw on R2 and I would turn into a fast R2. But these days, since I'm actually utilizing them, it would be much better to have percent secondaries so that the Zetas would actually be sharing more stats. I am suppressing the amount of stats that are coming from, what are those called? Combat Logic Upgrade is that R2 or is that T3M4? I think that's T3M4. Whatever R2 Zetas are called, like he'd be sharing some stats with me, better stats with me if I remodded him, which is a future project. Alright, Lord Vader's about to go down. This is what should have happened last match, but I forgot it in the moment. And by the time I realized, it was during the match that I realized it, it was, I couldn't recover. Okay. Now Vader's down, which puts me into a JMK and SLKR situation. I think I can Bane SLKR, is that right? Because I haven't faced him yet this season. Is that what I did last season? Because we had this Kron last season, right? I think, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Bane works, but the problem is, well, I guess this isn't, what's his face? It's not the Special Forces, so that's going to help a little bit. But the versions that this works best with is Sith Assassin, but I'm fairly certain that is with people who have geared up their Sith Assassin for Fleet, which I have not done. Then the next best option is Dooku, who's on defense, and then it's Malak. And I don't want to use Malak because Malak is very useful elsewhere, like with Melgus up against Great Mother or something. So I'm going to opt with Vader. But I don't have a Vader Kron anymore. What do we have? Do I have an attacker Kron? I got all those after lock-in, right? Yeah, we don't have any attacker Krons. We got health, potency, defense, tenacity. That's not really. I think I just want survivability. Offense up. There's no calculated. Tenacity up. Speed up. Not really. That's not really gonna happen. That's not really gonna happen. I'm just gonna take this Iden-Kron for the stats. Okay. Bane and Vader, let's get to it. Let's get dangerous. Alright, this is damage immunity, right? It's so tempting to do the thing, but let's increase cooldowns. Does that work right now? Or do I need to get rid of the damage immunity? I should have watched my old footage on this. Can I land ability block right now? Yeah, so we get an ability block. We can land dots. And now we can get rid of the damage immunity. Okay. I wasn't expecting to take this many turns before he went. We could have gotten rid of the damage immunity and then increased cooldowns with his modding. Like you can see the quality of the modding here. Kind of impressed that he's climbed this high with only 8 GLs and this kind of modding. Let's siphon. Whew. There we go. All right. Now this JMK exile situation. First time facing it. Exile's a counter. The problem is I wanted to use exile up against Ray. Well, I guess up against Ray I might be able to get away with just Sirjunda Malikos. Let's try it. Let's try it. This isn't 3v3. Where are you? There's 3v3. Okay, Sirjunda Malikos. I don't know, it's just... I thought I updated these. I guess I must have updated the 5v5s and not the 3v3s. Okay, Sirjunda Malikos Starkiller, and we have a Sirjunda Kron. We have Unlined Force User Krons. Okay. We're dispelling, get rid of that crit hit immunity. Alright. Landing an attack. Okay, we've triggered the damage immunity. Let's pull more assists, see if we can trigger more damage immunities. Okay, now to get rid of the inspired. Does this do anything that I would want to do right now? Inflict vulnerable and stun. Not really. Let's just basic. Basics. Can I get protection up? No. Alright. Can that? Yes. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, because it's percent damage. Yeah, that would have been a crit situation. Okay, now more protection up. Trigger damage immunity? No. No. Trigger damage immunity? Okay. We're doing this. I would like to heal. Oh, we all have healing immunity. We're gonna just take that hit, aren't we? I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna lose Sirjunda, but I'm hoping Starkiller survives this. But now my protection is gonna drop off on Malikos, which is not good. I'm gonna stun Swallow. Okay. Miracle. Miracle of miracles. I need to... Let me take out Swallow. Oh my god. We're gonna lose Malikos now. It's over. I should have focused on Swallow. Oh, jeez. We'll have to take something else up against it, but that's something. All right. Yeah, this is looking like my only option here. Special Forces, yes. First Order. I think I could just use the 2. Not sure what the order would be here. Is she gonna take out Ray? Or is she gonna go after what's his face? Whatever. Let's stun Exile because he's annoying. She's got damage immunity. Let's just keep going over here. perfect waste of that ability. Great. Siphon. We can't call an assist onto Exile. Let's call an assist over onto Ahsoka. We'll hit Exile now. Awesome. Neutralize Ahsoka. Shocks. And we are done. Alright, let's just auto. We're good. Disappointed though with Exile. Alright, we're gonna Great Mother this. We got Jabba, C, and JML. I don't know. I'm a little worried about Rey. Okay. Is this what I want to do? What I want to do is Darth Revan. We're gonna lose banners that way, though. I guess. Do I think he has Jocasta? Do I? It depends which Ami he has. I'm just gonna bet on him not changing his defense. I don't think I'm gonna need it, so we are gonna go Melgus and do this. Dark side. Evade. I don't think evade's okay. You know what here's what I should have done. I should have thought about this. I should have used Maz Kanata up against Lord Vader, and then did Leia up against Rey. I didn't think about it. Because the way I was thinking about it was he doesn't have Ahsoka, and without Ahsoka, who cares? I can just use Leia there. But I didn't. The big problem was I didn't look at what it would take to. Do I want to hit that stagger right now? No, I'd rather land ability block on Great Mother. Now I'll hit the stagger on Morgan. Yeah, so because I didn't scout how to beat that. Well, it's not that I didn't scout it. I didn't notice until we were looking now that Exile was with JMK. And that then forced using my SLKR there where I was intending to use SLKR up against Rey. That was like little shifts in chess moves. Alright, Dark Deception here. We'll shock. That's fine, whatever. Let's drain Great Mother. That should be the end of Great Mother. Perfect, let's auto. Yeah, so that is how I should have shifted things around. I should have done Maz Kanata up against Vader. Saved Leia for Rey. And then SOKR up against JMK. And then things go smooth. Can I use Maz Kanata up against Rey now? Is that... It's probably one of the teams that won't work. Probably not. Okay. Good. Alright. And then Starkiller. We haven't faced in forever. How do I want to beat this? I don't like any. Well, you know what? His modding's terrible. I want to try something. We're gonna do the Revan thing. I just don't like to use my Revan all that much because I don't have a good Zelbar. So he doesn't actually take any hits. Something we're going to be working on pretty soon. And I can't do that right now. And I don't want to give you the Radis Crown. Let's just go with it. Let's go in raw. Let's raw dog this match. Okay, let's drop the fear. What I'm counting on is that his modding is so terrible that we kind of get through this. I'm not gonna do, because this is an AoE. I don't want to take the fear off. Okay. Ooh, I love it. I love it. Awesome. Yeah, you can see the mods in action. Although the modding on his Ray team seemed pretty good. Alright. Trench, bad squad. I think I can just Wampa this. We don't have the Wampa Crown, but I don't think it was necessary for... If Watt's not there, I believe I can Wampa this. I should probably double check that, but we're not going to do that. We're going to count on my questionable memory. Oh, it's just terrible. Okay. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Why did I do that? Like, I know how to beat this. I can just use Gungans. Or am I Gungan? Like, I took Gungans off of defense in 5v5. Are they on defense in 3v3? Maybe I don't have Gungans. No, I do. I could have just used Gungans. The Tarpals version works better in 3v3. Did we have Gungan Crons last time? Sure. I don't know why I let myself do that. It would have been so easy to just pause for 2 seconds and think. Yeah, I'll do this. The Dispel was tempting, but let's go debuffs. Alright, Dooku's down. We can probably auto from here. I think we're probably done being dumb for the match. We can take this seriously. Alright, we got Django. So I'm excited for Fallout Season 2 to start up pretty soon. Yeah, maybe I'm going to do a rewatch. The thing is, Season 1 was fine. Like, I liked Season 1. I've talked about this in the past. Like, it was excellent as an adaptation of Fallout. It was perfect. But the story was just, it was kind of paint by numbers. It was serviceable. I didn't really care for the story. The story's kind of boring. I just liked being in the world. I thought they did an excellent job making the show, adapting the show, making it look and feel like Fallout. All of that was fantastic. But the story was whatever. And I'm just kind of hoping they step up that aspect. What do we want to do? What did I do up against Iden last round? Did I do Trey here? I can't remember what I did. I did something I liked. I should check that footage and do the same thing. Oh, I think I did Radis. Alright. See, dropping battles when I still have as much firepower as I do is what is festering in me right now. It's just so unnecessary to have done that. But it's the siren song of solos. I get seduced. I see something, and I want to do it. I can't resist. That's not going to work with this team. That's not going to work. Let's just do this. All right. We've done this a million times. I don't even know if I should narrate it. All right. Chrysanthemum out. Charging. Chrysanthemum back. Let's see if we can do more work on Bosch before Chrysanthemum taunts. Okay, threw the protection up. There's the taunt. Should be able to get a mass assist. Will hopefully bring us to full charge. Ooh. Is that post or pre-revive? I'm going to live dangerously. We might regret this decision. Yep, I regret it. I regret it. Why did I do that? I could have just triggered the alt. You know what? No, we're here. We're here. We're here. I should be able to still take out Bosch. So let's do it. Why didn't that bring you to full charge? Finally. Alright, there's our ultimate. There's my damage immunity again. Okay. We better take out Bosch. I'm starting to worry about the Rancor. Okay, my healing immunity's gone. We can bring it back now. But now I'm also need to worry about my charge. I think I got one more round of attacks. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. All right, let's get out of here. That of all the battles. And I'm realizing now I don't really have a plan for Third Sister. Oh, you know what? We can... can I do that in 3v3? Can I use Phoenix in 3v3? I can do it in 5v5. Well, you know what? We can use Bo-Katan, right? That was an old school counter. Before that, Kron intervened, and we don't need to use Bo-Katan anywhere else. Or wait, did I need to use Mando? I think it's fine. Alright. Light side. Something. Sure. Okay, so we got Torture over there. Alright, Grand Inquisitor's down. one. There we go. Protection up, sure, why not? That's 2. And we're done. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna have to 2-shot Jabba now in an annoying way, but we can do it. There's plenty of ways to do it. We'll do the Night Sister version. And we can't put a crown on because I refuse to relic these characters. Marin I'll probably relic at some point for territory battles, but I am never relicking Mother Delzin. Alright, you're back. Plague. Are you kidding me? What is with this Jabba team? Does he have like a support crown on this and I didn't even look at it, or an attacker crown? What kind of crown do you have here? Is this just Relic Delta is messing my stuff up? It's not even a good crown. It's not even a good crown and you're messing my stuff up. Alright. Let us go with what? That? Probably don't need you elsewhere. We got somewhat of a team. Let us dark side it, grab anything. Sure. Link them up. I can't believe this Jabba team has taken this much from me. Let's recover some protection. Take a couple more turns, get my ultimate closer. I really want his Jabba to finish this off quick though, because it's gonna be a long time until the timeout. We might just have to make a cut if I remember to make the cut. Alright, blow him up. But here we can't actually win the match. Yeah, I'm gonna just pause this footage for a moment so you guys don't have to watch nothing happen. Or maybe I'll just leave it. Maybe I'll leave it. We can talk some nonsense, I guess. What do I have? I've just been watching Battlestar Galactica. I don't really have much to contribute to it. Just if you haven't seen the show, watch it. I feel like it's been forgotten. It's been left behind after all the prestige shows. Like, it's been a long time, but we've brought certain shows from that era along with us. Like, we still talk about, like, The Sopranos. We still talk about The Wire, Mad Men. Battlestar Galactica was talked about, maybe not at that level of quality, but in the level of like cultural currency it took up at that time was comparable. It was a show that everybody was talking about. Not everybody, but a lot of people were talking about. A lot of TV people were talking about. Great show. And what I've been enjoying is like 20 episode seasons and like maintaining a pretty high quality throughout. Really just missed 20 episode seasons. You also like Starbuck. That's Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan is the voice actor and actor from Mandalorian. She was in Battlestar Galactica. She's Starbuck. And she's great in it. What do we got? More nothing happened. Yeah, but sometime soon we'll wrap up Battlestar. Maybe we'll do that Fallout rewatch. One testament to Fallout Season 1 is if the casting wasn't so good, I think more people would be aware of how mediocre the story is. Because you just enjoy being around the characters and their performances so much. You don't really notice that how bare bones the story is. You just are happy being there. It's really a testament to just how well they've made some of it. I just really am hoping that season 2 they just are a little bit more adventurous in the story that they tell, get a little bit deeper. Because I was fine with it in season 1, because in season 1 you have so much work to do for a new audience. You need to introduce characters, introduce a world, introduce the intellectual property. Things are weird about it. You needed to have buy-in from the fan community. There's a lot of things where it made sense to just make the storyline a little bit easier. Give yourself a little bit less work to do. That work's been done now. You don't need to do that anymore in season 2. Oh, one thing, while I was watching Peacemaker season 2, what's his name? Tim Robbins? No, Tim Robbins. The ladies' man from SNL. Is his name Tim? I don't think his name's Tim Robbins. That's the other guy. What's his name? Can we submit? It's Tim Meadows. Tim Meadows. Yeah, so Tim Meadows, I want to see him in Fallout. He would be a perfect, vault dweller. Alright, let's get back to this Java battle. This is where we bring our remnants for cleanup. Boom, boom, boom. Grab anything. It doesn't matter. Sure, accuracy up. That's a good waste of this wasteful crown. I just gotta do a little bit of managing of it. Oh, I should have waited to use that because he's gonna dispel it right here. Oh no, he didn't. Okay, perfect. We're saving our bites. I want to save our inflict of the blight. I should have done a bite for the assist. I'm gonna do it in a minute. I just want to apply more. I should have not done that right there because we didn't get an assist because alert was gone. I gotta get my timing of these abilities down. Alright, we're at 13. There's another assist. We're at 5 stacks. We'll inflict it now. That'll get us to 20. Alright, we're at 6 stacks. We'll take a bite. Protection's gone. We're at 24. Just recovered. Get alert back up. We've blind over on Judge Death. 7 stack? Yeah, let's do it. 32. Next bite, we'll finish him off unless he's done before then. Yeah, he's done. Alright, we've got a decent amount of firepower for Ray. Well, it doesn't really matter. Let's use Afra here. Alright, Dark Side. Whatever, it doesn't matter in this battle. We're going to clear off everything else, and I think we'll do Ray last. God, if I get stuck on Ray, oh my God, I'm gonna be upset. I'll be upset. Alright. You best not mess me up. I'm pretty certain I've already beaten Radis using this team. I mean, without the crown, this always wins. This is an automatic win, but I feel like this is not going the way that I want so far, and I'm a little concerned that the crown is impacting things, but I'm fairly certain this still wins despite the crown. Oh my God, are you going to prevent revives with that nonsense? I'm gonna siphon. Because I'm hoping they take whatever. Alright, drop another shred. Shock. Boom. Oh my God! Is this Relic Delta nonsense? Or is that Kron nonsense? It's not Relic Delta, they're Relic 5 characters. Where do you... I'm pretty sure we've already done that this season. Maybe I'm misremembering. But I thought that was fine. And I'm dropping meaningless battles, and now I'm getting frustrated with myself. Like I'm fine with some of the other ones. But the easy ones, the ones that should be automatic, that's just... Really, I should be doing a little scouting and confirming. I'm just being a little lazy. Can we stun? No. Alright, let's get protection up. I'm pretty sure I did this, and this is what we did in the last match. Okay. Awesome. Can we take out your face? Yeah, let's do it. Okay. All right. We got Finn. We got Cadme. Cadme with Relic 5 characters. We can saw this. We haven't done this in a while because most people have stronger saws. Or not saws, but Pow and Qui-Gon. Ooh, I like that. Oh yeah, that's right. Chirrut's a attacker, not a healer. See, that attack right there is why this doesn't work at Relic 9. Because it usually is strong enough to take out your friends. But below Relic 9, that doesn't happen. Boom. Pow's down. We should have marked, there we go, marks back up over on Master Qui-Gon. Stacking the offense onto Chirrut. Oh, one note I should make is this only works with Chirrut. The other options, I wouldn't do this with. I think it's the health up synergy that does it. I've talked about it in the past. I can't remember quite offhand. There's a lot of health up synergy between Saw and Cheer It. I just don't remember exactly what it does. Oh, wait. I don't want you to be using specials on somebody with damage immunity. Okay, now you can. Now you can go. Alright. Do I have CLS? I do, right? How did I beat Finn last time? Oh, I don't have CLS. I put CLS on defense? Well, I guess I don't need CLS because we have Han. Maybe I still want to... let's not drop any more dumb things because I'm not bothering. Okay. Oh my god. I could have just done Wampa up against Mon Mothma. Oh my god. You're not light side characters. Alright. We'll hit Rose right now, but we're going to be forced onto Finn in a moment. I'm going to Dispel. Okay, isolating. Now when we use Drain, we'll get 2 cooldowns. Hit Finn. Now let's do it for fun. Boom, we're done. Alright, boring. Oh, you know what? I should have done Zuckus. I think I did that. That might be in an earlier match where we tested that out. You know what we can do? We just do this kind of stuff. Why keep grabbing that? This actually will do something. Alright. Stun, land debuffs. Land some staggers. You know what? Let's hit the stagger. Stuns. Yeah, let's do it anyway. I was debating it. Okay, we got a stun on everybody, so now we're just going to get to work. Let's just hold up. Okay. Boom. Who goes on their team again? Is it Asajj? No, it's Vader. Duel's Vader, right? Duel Vader goes on the Palpatine team, right? Okay, Mon Mothma Luthen's here, so we wouldn't have done Wampa. I'm tempted to goof around more. I wanted to, now let's just be serious. Alright, well, Give that a second. This we can Phoenix. No, we can't because I don't have Crex. I don't have Crex. So what do I want to do here? Is Great Miller on defense? Yeah, she's on defense. I've got a lot of options, but I think I need to deal with Ray now. Let's go traditional. That's the wrong character. Let's make sure we correct that. I hate everything. I'm just looking for one that has like, okay, 9 protection, 11 crit damage. We'll take it. Make sure we grab the right ones. Okay. With the advantage, okay. I'm gonna go shred. Do I want to breach? Because he's just gonna come back. I want to save the stun. Yeah, this is what I wanted to save the stun for. Let's trigger the damage immunity. Okay. I'm going to increase cooldown here. And then we'll take a do this. We'll do protection up. This is actually perfect timing on the protection up. Take the hit. We'll do another shred here. This is what I saved the stun for. Maybe I should have saved that until Swallow was in a weaker position. Alright, great. Okay. I don't know why I treated like that was like such a concern. Jabba was actually way more of a pain. Now let's Balin. Mercs. Okay. All right. Stealth, although I'm a little worried about these AoEs. Okay, K2SO's down. Boom. Perfect. Done. This is such a terrible sector. Alright. Light side. Whatever, I don't care. Yeah, alright. Boom. I probably should have saved that one. Much better to have the dispel right now than when I used it. Alright, you're down. Why did I do that? I should have taunted. It's not like debuffs stick around on a Mon Mothma team. Alright. can tell to what degree I just have not optimized my play of this squad. Alright, just blow up. Okay. Can I take out Luthen now? Awesome. Alright. So, way too many holds on that territory. What happened below? That was one shot. And was the back wall one shot? No. Because I decided to do something dumb up against Trench. I just really beating myself today. I'm kind of relying on my defense holding, which we'll see. Alright, I'm going to use a real team up against this. Did he have all the fleets? I think he did. Do I think this guy can clear me? Because he doesn't have SLKR. He does have Leia, so he does have Leia, but he doesn't have Ahsoka or Pirate Hondo. I don't know, I think he's getting stuck up against me. But I'd have to think about it more. Because let's say he does Bane up against SLK. No, my SLKR is off of defense. He's got to get through Lord Vader, Pirate Hondo, Rey, and he doesn't have an SLKR. I think he's going to find he can't get through my defense. Alright, I think I can auto from here. Like, this fleet doesn't matter up against meta stuff. You can just do whatever. Up against the Malevolence is like the only other potential counter. Not relying on the best stuff. I don't need to worry about best stuff with the fleet defense he set down. I can just overpower it. Okay. Got Malevolence. I'll be able to Chimera this easy. Alright. Attack over onto the fortress. We are bringing out the defender. I feel like he's going pretty fast. Okay. We'll throw target lock. And I'm going to dispel. I'm going to remove turn meter even though it only really affects Poe. Alright, fortress is down. This should take out Falcon. Perfect, we're done. It's over. Boom. Okay, over. And now we'll just negotiator this And with the Marauder, it doesn't matter. Okay. Okay. Let's get to it. Let's do basic, do some more damage. I'll get rid of the crit hit immunity here, but it's going to get rid of the taunt, which is what I don't like, because I don't want to face the Sunfac. So maybe we'll throw down some bombs and get the taunt up. Okay, good. Good. Let's cleanse. Why do I have some... I should have taken some ships off of defense. We're lowering my banners. So we faced how many GLs? Lord Vader, Jabba, Rey, SLKR. 4? Or was there a 5th? So he's got 4 for offense. We're looking at JML. No, and JMK. So he has 5 on defense. Okay, so he only has 3 GLs for offense. He really needs Maskanata is what he needs, and I'm guessing he doesn't have Maskanata. Because he has Sith Eternal Emperor, JML, and Leia. Leia will be able to take out... Yeah, if he does Leia up against, like... He has to choose Leia or Rey. Or, I mean, not Leia, Lord Vader or Rey with his... Well, which he doesn't know because my Lord Vader's on the back wall. So let's say he uses Leia up against Rey on the front wall. He's going to get stuck on the back wall up against Lord Vader. I believe. Alright. He gave me a tough time. Some of it was self-inflicted, like up against Trench. And I believe we had something up here that I did something to... Oh, yeah. Radis. But Rey and Jabba, that was legit. Yeah, we'll see how it looks in the morning. Wrapping up with the results from the match, but we'll also take a look at the entire season's history. Mercury just gave us a default win, basically. He attacked twice, used Leia to take out Ahsoka, and then tried Sirjunda Malicos with Cal Kestis up against Rey here, the Rey Exile Squad. That was going to have no shot, and then he gave up. Now that's why I like to have Exile there. I think that is the most annoying team, although the JMK one might be interesting. It does, though, make Ahsoka not really worth having on defense, so that's something I should probably revisit. I might take her off, give myself another decent weapon on offense. With the first 2 matches of the season, up against JRX in the first round, he had an easy time. I think we got 1 hold. He tried Traya up against Maul. Oh no, we got a few more. Oh, yeah, it was the next round. Okay. Bo-Katan here up against Lord Vader. That doesn't work without the Kron. Palpatine up against Trench. Starkiller. And that's a decent team he took up against it, so that's a good performance. And then some issues up against the Executor. Oh, he did the Scythe counter, but this is why I go with the Houndstooth. The Scythe counter works way better up against triple attackers than it does up against the Houndstooth. Then JML up against Vader, clearing out some guys, and then JMK to clean it up. And then up against the second opponent, Chewie here. He had an easy time. We got 1 hold up against him, yeah, and he tried to do C up against Tarkin. Cleaned it up with Wampa. That may have even been intentional. And the rest of it was easy for him. Well played by that guy. He was a 7GL player. he went full offense with his strategy. But we will wrap it up there, getting this video out, and then I got to work on a roster video that I need to get out pretty quick. You can look for that in the following day, and then we'll be getting out to some other content before the new season of Grand Arena. Thank you for watching BX on Twitch, everybody. This still plays Galaxy of Heroes.